And do you find with each one of those, I feel like I know the answer, but it was, we need this thing, can you figure out how to do it? Or did you feel like you had, I don't know, you gleaned from the experience you had? I mean, how did you pivot so quickly to every new kind of skill set that you had to create?
Oh yeah. I don't know. I just when I'm at work, I'm kind of in fifth gear all the time. Just work hard and get it done. I think social media is a good example in '08, and you were
I know a little bit.
that was you. So we started pioneering that at the company we worked at, and that was just new territory. There was no choice.
Well, it was new territory, not just for our company, but for all companies. Like,
Right.
the way I remember it was Coca-Cola's of the world.
Yeah.
We're doing social media, but everyone else was, social media is not for business, guys. It's like, we're going to make it for business and
Right.
figure it out.
And then over the last 10 years, we've totally ruined that. And now,
Yeah,
now Facebook's
completely ruined it. Yeah.
running ads
Naturally.
every day. Yeah, but that was fun. It was fun to just pioneer that. And, I've learned that we all have the same information. Like everybody knows the same stuff. And it comes down to who executes it the best. I was recently at a conference workshop, just one here locally, where a vendor was presenting on the latest and greatest. And I'm just going to admit that I thought I had some insight on things that no one else was really thinking about, super cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And all of those things were discussed and brought up in this workshop. And it just dawned on me and I looked around and there were leaders from all these other companies that we compete with and work with, and even outside the industry. And they all heard the same thing. Maybe they didn't know it going into that workshop, but everybody knew it going out of that workshop. And I said to myself, it just comes down to who executes it the best. So when there's an opportunity before you personally as a worker or an employee or a leader that's new, you just have to take a hold of that opportunity and execute it better than anyone else and to your best ability. And then expand that to a company. That's what a company has to do, because we're all competing with the same information these days.
Yeah. And I find executing it the best can be interpreted a lot of different ways. For me in particular, it's getting movement and then getting momentum. Especially just doing it, like each day, each week, just chipping away at it. But how would you interpret, like, taking the same information and executing the best? What is that for you?
I'm going to answer your question with a quote.
Oh.
Now, I have to admit, I think the quote is from Fred Smith, the founder of FedEx. But if you Google it, I mean, Yogi Berra has said it. I think Bruce Lee, Wayne Gretzky, and Michael Jordan said it. It's one of those.
Who's like building this up.
But
That'd be a good
I'm going to give this to Fred Smith, founder
Okay.
of FedEx. And it's about the main thing. But first, would you like to know what the main thing is?
I would.
Okay. The main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing.
Oh.
So I think of our distributors when I think of that. So our main thing as marketers and running a company is not to get distracted by the latest social network, the latest app, the latest novel ingredient, the latest event firework thing that you can do. All of those things help facilitate a distributor's main thing, which is they talk to someone else about For Life or whatever company you're at. That is the main thing. They need to share the product with somebody else. Everything that we do as marketers and business owners is to support that. So if we keep that in mind, we won't get distracted by all of the opportunities out there, all of the things that we need to execute on, but they'll all be judged against that question and that measuring stick. Does this help the distributor achieve his or her main thing? If yes, then great. Let's reward them in cryptocurrency, whatever it is. Same thing for a business. It's different for, department by department. What is your main thing? It's an important question to ask.
I was talking to Rachel from Chatbooks, and she was saying that they have their 5 points of the star, and that's how they create a lot of clarity and focus. Because I had mentioned that from day one of meeting her and talking to her, she was always really good about articulating everything with perfect clarity and just always really focused. And she mentions like that North Star. So it's kind of that same.
It's the main thing.
Yeah, it's the main thing. Where does everyone in your organization know that? Can they articulate it? Can they articulate it in similar ways, or is everyone saying all the things, all the shiny things, which is pretty unique for an MLM company, because shiny, new, exciting things are typically the things that come to the table.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. Again, it's a tool. It may be the latest, greatest thing. And your distributors, they may want that, they may demand that, they may believe that can help them, and it probably can. And so it's just a principle of not getting lost in what your purpose is. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do Facebook Lives or whatever it is, or this product or that product. But it's because we're helping you be able to talk to other people in a unique way. For example, personalized nutrition is getting better. It's been around for a long time. Fill out this survey and we'll tell you which product you should take. But everything is so customized and personalized these days that it's really getting to an interesting point with nutrition. And so we're working on developing tools that will help that. And you could call it a shiny new thing, but it's backed by science and it's following trends of digital marketing and media. So it looks like a great thing. But I think it'll work and be great because it will help people have something new and exciting that benefits the person they're talking to, share about For Life.